And this is World Insight on CCTV News. I'm Tian Wei. Now turning our attention back to the global economy. And it's not just countries facing debt troubles that are looking to China for help. Many foreigners are now coming here looking for permanent jobs. China is the world's second biggest economy, growing at a pace that outshines the rest of the world. Our reporter Tang Bo met some of the foreigners who see China as an investment in their future.
我相信你们去看电影。
Learning a new language. Lawrence Garner has been studying Chinese in Beijing for the last 6 months, and after picking up some of the essential phrases, he's now looking for work.
I'm going through websites, I'm speaking to agents where possible in Beijing, Singapore, Hong Kong and Shanghai. And generally, with finance, it's a lot about who you know more than what you know. So I'm speaking to friends back home, friends here, any contacts they might have, even friends here in Beijing, if they might be able to help me open any doors for roles that they might know of.
And he's just one of hundreds of thousands of people who've come from overseas in search of a job. Only a decade ago, foreigners in China were a rare sight, but now foreigners can be easily spotted in most major cities, and many are not just visiting, they are choosing to stay. According to the latest census in 2010, nearly 600,000 expats now call China home. And that has a lot to do with what's happening in the rest of the world.
While the stagnant economies in the US and the EU have resulted in high unemployment, China's rapid development is offering an appealing job market. The world's fastest growing economy is attracting a growing number of job seekers from abroad who see the Middle Kingdom as the place to be because it's kept running while much of the rest of the world slows down.
China's economy has grown rapidly and steadily since Deng Xiaoping introduced the opening up reform in 1978. The National Bureau of Statistics estimates China's economy grew by 9.2% last year. And though it's forecast to slow to around 8.5% in 2012, that's still much higher than the global economic growth projection of just 3.25%. It's little wonder foreigners are flocking to China and consider it the new land of opportunity.
Okay, so just tell me about how your Spring Festival holiday was.
Take Rebecca Hume, for example. In 2010, she was laid off from her job as a local radio newsreader in the UK. She found work here as a journalist and host for China Radio International. Not only did China present her with the job, but she's also getting to do things she'd have to wait years to do back home.
Back in the UK, I was reading news bulletins, but here, not only can I do that, but I actually get to be kind of a support presenter on the show. So I'm actually getting a lot of experience as a presenter, and that's resulted in me actually being an anchor as well. So when people have been away on holiday or off sick, I've had the opportunity to actually anchor that main, that program, and that's a huge opportunity for me to host a 1-hour news show, and that's something I wouldn't have been able to do in England for, for many years probably.
Not only are more and more foreigners coming to China to look for jobs, there's also growing demand from Chinese companies who want foreign expertise. Yuri Hustov is the general manager of Getin2China Group, which helps students and fresh graduates land internships with Chinese companies, with the aim of getting them full-time work.
Globalization and rise of new economies, push Chinese companies to expand their businesses, and approaching the foreign markets is not an easy job, so they require help from people from abroad, and so they find a really cost-effective solution for that, a really good source, and that is foreign interns.
As for Lawrence Garner, he's surfing job websites and working his contacts in hopes of landing his ideal job. Equipped with 8 years of working experience back in the UK and now a fair bit of Chinese, he's confident and ready to embrace a new challenge.
At the minute it seems quite slow, the Chinese New Year, but hopefully after that it will pick up. There'll be a few more roles coming through, and I can start interviewing and hopefully get a job soon.
For World Insight, I'm Tang Bo in Beijing.
Well, we'd like to know what you think about this story and anything else you've seen on our program. Email us at worldinsight at cctv.com. And that's all the time we have for this week. I'm Tian Wei for all the team. Thanks for watching, and join us again in 7 days for more global perspectives and stories from across China and around the world. Goodbye.